Got a couple pros on my left and my right, a couple pros inside the octagon now for our first pro bout of the night. Dynamite, you've been dynamite all night out there, my man.
Expect nothing less.
Big thank you to Dynamite for everything he's done.
Did you know that Dynamite Dave's PJs are a tuxedo T-shirt? Tidy whities. That is what he wears to sleep at night.
Wouldn't make sense though.
Pro career underway for Julian Orozco.
Sugar-free Julian Orozco.
I believe he's sugar-free because he's diabetic.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Interesting.
Nice sharp jab.
That's the kind of thing that a lot of fighters have to deal with.
I'm sugar-free and I'm not diabetic.
Little feeling out process here early on in round one.
A little different from that women's fight with us.
No doubt. That's one of the differences that you see in professional fights versus amateur fights. There's more of a filling out process, a little more methodical than the amateurs. But as soon as the fireworks get started and they figure each other out, that's when things go down. Both fighters filling each other out pretty strong here.
Julian switching stances. Haven't seen much offense from him from the southpaw stance, and that's something I tend to see from guys early on. They'll start switching those stances, but it's like, what can you do from that southpaw stance?
There's a lot of guys that do that. They try and switch, and it's just, to me, it seems like it's a mental thing to try and switch the southpaw to throw off the strategy of the other guy. But if you can't be effective from the southpaw stance.
By my estimation, you're just a sitting duck.
Exactly. Right. All that tells me is you're not going to do anything when you hit that stance. That was a good kick. That was a good kick. See if he can add those up throughout the round. Ooh, there's another one. Even the ones that hit low, they add up.
Lofton reaching for the second one, too. That's not a great sign.
Lofton came out in the first minute, had some really good head movement. He's kind of slowed down, and there it is.
Still kind of the filling out process. There we go. With the straight left, catching him around the ear, a little bit off target.
It's going to continue to look this way unless these guys start stringing together combinations. I kind of one shot, at a time. It looks like these guys are jousting out there.
Right, but the leg kicks keep landing, and that's one of the things that you look for in the later rounds. How effective.
There we go. Julian stringing together a little combination there.
Nice counter uppercut.
Good leg kick, another good leg kick. He keeps adding them up. And every time I've ever slapped my leg and said, give me some more in a fight, that means that they hurt. Every time, it means that it hurts. I will take more, but they definitely are doing their damage there. Leg kicks are so underrated.
Carlton Lofton, obviously a good athlete.
Yeah.
Having difficulty finding his mark, though.
I expect to see the fireworks start happening more towards the second round on this one. There we go, a little banner
back and forth at each other. Neither one of them hurt each other, though.
Right,
so.
Yeah, you can tell how athletic Lofton is. He showed some pretty good footwork so far as well. But it's Julian who's been landing the punches thus far.
It's nice when you float like a butterfly, but not so nice when you can't sting worth nothing.
Yeah.
And then I always think it's just so silly to start running your mouth. Like, dude, you haven't done anything.
A lot of times you got a lot of fighters, though, that use that as a strategy. They try and get you out of your game by trying to get into your head a little bit.
I guess Lofton's just hoping he slips and falls, gets in his head and slips and falls or something.
If you're mentally strong, though, you understand that means that the other person doesn't know what else to do.
Nice searching. Oh-wee, almost ducked right into a kick. That's what Lofton's got to be careful of. He's moving his head effectively, but that type of motion works better in boxing realm, but not so much when you can fire kicks and knees right up the middle.
Looks like Lofton's starting to find his groove a little bit more and more here. Going more than one punch combinations.
Ooh-wee, clipped him behind the ear.
I'd love to see him follow up those punches with some of those kicks that he's been throwing.
Turns his back completely to Julian.
Hey, but he missed.
Sure.
Lofton really yet to land anything so far in this fight.
Not that I've seen. Backing up.
Kind of a lunging right hand, does nothing there.
He's got kind of an unorthodox style, you know. It's not the typical, you know, straight up boxing style that you see as far as his hands go back and forth. Could be what's holding up Julian a little bit here, you know, being a little skittish to get in and out.
It's definitely awkward and, you know, hard to trace the line. So
definitely give that round to Julian there. He was more effective. He was definitely more the aggressor. I mean, I didn't see anything that Lofton did that would actually score points, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and I think that one's got to go to Julian. Landed a nice left right over the top of the hands of Lofton there as that round ended as well.
Would love to see Julian open up a little bit more here.
I think either one of them could stand to just throw in combination. You know, that first and second one isn't landing, but that third, fourth, and fifth one might.
Right.
And of course, you've got to be defensively responsible as you do it, but you got to put something out there. Can't throw one at a time and then jaw at your opponent. This doesn't make much sense.
Right. I agree. I'm not much for the smack talk in a fight. I think our hands can do most of the talking with what's going on here. Your mouth definitely can't make up for the lack of hands.
Get you in trouble more than anything.
Yeah.
Round number 2 underway between Carlton Lofton and Julian Orozco.
Orozco here seems to be finding his range. Lofton just can't seem to connect.
Lofton firing some shots, though, here at the beginning of the round. Looking better already.
Certainly more aggressive to open things up here in round number 2.
Leg kick looking to take the fight to the ground. Orozco good with the defense there, separating, maintaining control of the center of the cage. He's just a split second late on that left hand. He might be telegraphing it a little bit. Good leg kick there. Orozco.
You got to think those low kicks are adding up.
They have to, man.
You know, it feels like, especially when Lofton hasn't landed a single kick in this entire fight, I feel like it's just such an advantage to one fighter in one big aspect of a fight.
And again, I really think that Julian would do better to start his combinations with punches, end them with kicks.
That was a good jab.
Those kicks
That's
would
right.
be that
I'd like
much
to
more
see
effective.
him. I'd like to see him mix up the hands with the feet a little bit.
Look at this.
Big mistake here by Carlton Lofton. It's under the chin here. Julian Orozco looking good.
Needs to get that hand free here.
He's
got the tap. That was a one-arm rear naked choke there. That was deep. That was good.
That was impressive.
Julian biding his time, and then he was pacing the fight. You know, at the time it kind of looked a little slow, but he was never out of control at any point in that fight.
So Julian Orozco avenging his loss back in 2015 to Carlton Lofton. He finishes him here in the second round with submission.
First professional win. That's a big thing.
Hey.
First step.
Hey, we got to witness it here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
AKA fights.
Congratulations to Julian Orozco for picking up his first professional win right here at AKA 8. Certainly a memorable night for the youngster.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stoppage to the action at 1 minute 23 seconds in round number 2, declaring your winner, sugar-free Julian Orozco.
Big win there in the pro debut for Julian Orozco. Next up, a professional fight at 175 pounds between Montrell James and Steve Jones. We'll be back in just one moment.